Hello and thanks for checking out TheChartGuys.com. We're proud to be one of the most successful technical analysis communities online, teaching you the skills to become a more confident, effective, and informed trader. Join our community of hundreds of analysts worldwide working together to learn the charts, generate profit, and achieve financial independence. Sign up for a 1-week free trial, no credit card required, for access to daily live chart analysis and market coverage, a thriving chat community, along with dozens of hours of exclusive educational materials. We look forward to seeing you. Let's check out some charts. Hello, stock friends, checking out SPY, NVDA, Netflix, Facebook, Google, and VRX on the daily, weekly time frame. So we'll start it off with SPY. Clearly, the bulls are still in full control. The tech sector running things the first 2 days of 2018 with a ton of strength. And the energy sector is strong. Oil is strong. Market is continuing where it left off in 2017 with a ton of bullish action. So we're at all-time highs. We closed at the highs. We're on the verge of a daily bullish MACD cross. The last 6 weeks have been nothing but bulls all the time, holding exponential support on the way up, building bases of support, and just stair-stepping higher with no red flags whatsoever. So that is a good foundation for the tech sector to run on. Today we saw Facebook, Netflix, Google hit all-time highs. Amazon's knocking on the door of the all-time highs. It's a very bullish market. NVDA, huge follow-through. NVDA has been a laggard ever since this dump back at the end of November. And I mean a laggard because it has correlated with the tech sector without a doubt. It's also seen some correlations to cryptocurrencies to some degree. But we have seen the bulls get back in their groove today after a weak bounce attempt. We had the bulls in control with higher lows and higher highs all of December, but it wasn't anything special considering we dumped, and the dump lasted 6 days, and it took us, a month to get back 40% of that dump. Gap up today, the bulls held a 20-period 5-minute moving average support at the open, and when you see that on a gap up, you see follow-through more often than not. So we saw a huge follow-through. The only resistance from here, as soon as we cleared 202.68 with the open, the resistance was up at 210.12. There was $8 with no resistance there, and we blew right through it. Next resistance is 214.73 if we can break the high of today tomorrow, and then the all-time high is 218.52 right after that. So bulls in full control, strong close. A lot of these names are overbought on the hourly time frame. The semiconductors, some of the semiconductors, a lot of the tech names. The RSI is a lot less meaningful on blue sky breakout names, but just something you want to be aware of, that if we've been running for 2 days, we know hourly consolidation is not far away. So if you're a short-term trader, entries up here do not have good risk to reward. If you are already in bullish positions, there's no reason to exit at this point as we're not seeing any signs of weakness. NVDA on the weekly, holding middle Bollinger Band support for 5 weeks and now breaking back towards the all-time high. Very bullish as long as this middle Bollinger Band holds. Bulls in full control. Netflix has been on fire. Netflix has been a laggard to the tech sector in terms of the big names that we've been watching. And it was the furthest away from the all-time high with a ton of resistance levels. We had names like Amazon and Google hitting all-time highs while Netflix wasn't doing much down here. Well, that's all changed in the last 4 days. We have exploded to all-time highs, but we're very overbought. We just went from 186 to 206, a 10% plus move in 4 days. So some of that was the potential for rumors of a buyout from Apple or whatever it was. But the bottom line is we're overbought. We're in blue sky breakout. If we cannot break 206.21 first thing tomorrow morning, look for a bit of healthy profit taking. The upper Bollinger Band will be support to be back tested on consolidation. If we break 206.21 and the market and the tech sector stays strong, we're looking up towards 210 on Netflix. All depends on the first 15 minutes of trading really and what the market shows us. So the weekly time frame was a bull flag. It was just very drawn out. So I wouldn't call it a bull flag, but I would call it healthy contained consolidation. So there's our continuation. We're watching for a weekly bull MACD cross. All bulls is the bottom line. Facebook, all bulls, 2 huge days in a row. Blue sky breakout, strong close up at the highs. After 184.78 is 185, 186. Psychological resistance levels up to 190. We're above the upper Bollinger Band in breakout mode. Same thing, the hourly chart is overbought and extended. We need to consolidate, but we're in blue sky breakout. If the tech bulls and the market bulls show up again tomorrow, we can keep running. The weekly time frame for Facebook held the middle Bollinger Band support, multiple tests, and is now trying to see continuation. But keep in mind, we haven't closed above the upper Bollinger Band at the last couple all-time highs, and we're hitting that resistance right now. So if we do consolidate towards the end of the week, it is possible that we are unable to close above 184.65, and we see a bit of a rejection. Google, all-time highs. We had been looking for a bullish reversal candlestick all last week. We didn't get it until this week, but as soon as we broke the lower high pattern, this is healthy consolidation. We're forming a higher low. It was 8 days in a row of lower highs. As soon as we break lower highs, that's bull flag or bull signal number 1. There's our follow-through, upper Bollinger Band resistance to keep an eye on tomorrow, and then 1100 psychological resistance as well. Very strong move, bull MACD cross, weekly time frame, brief consolidation before continuation, holding exponential moving average supports. VRX was a stud today for the bulls. Highlighted it pre-market as a name to be watching today in the chat room, and that was before I even knew there was news out. Honestly, what I did was I looked at the biotech chart, which has a strong correlation to pharmaceuticals, and I said, okay, that's a really bullish chart. We know VRX has been running and has now been consolidating for weeks. VRX is likely ready for the bulls to show back up. I then saw the news that came out and the pre-market strength, and as soon as we opened, we broke 22.28 and then 22.81. Those are the go signals. Nice follow through for the bulls. 23.47 is our new resistance, and the weekly time frame after that, we're looking back at 24.30 as the next level. So a lot of space if we can continue this breakout. Weekly chart has been on fire for 2 months, and again, have to watch the hourly RSI for healthy consolidation, but very strong follow through, keeping an eye on the bull MACD cross on the daily here as well. Really good looking chart for VRX on the trend change that has gotten underway here November through December. So I appreciate you watching. I hope you have a good night, and we will see you soon.